Hi and welcome back to Warframe. Today we're going to take a look at the Lanka, keeping on the sniper theme after the update. This can be obtained, or at least the blueprint for it can, because you cannot buy this weapon with platinum, from, I think it's the energy lab, the corpus lab, within the dojo. And it basically deals nothing but electrical damage, but it is a charged weapon. And that has to be the biggest downside of this, is the fact it's a charged weapon. The crits aren't really that good. The status could have been a little bit better. I know, just an extra 5%. This could have been I think it's a 100% crit chance weapon. That would have been great. This being a generation 1 of the dojo weapons, it came without a single polarity. So we threw 2 Vs on this, basically for serration and multi-shot. And this is where it will get a bit weird, because there's the serration and the multi-shot split chamber. We did put on the charge chamber. That goes well on all sniper rifles. It's just empty. It does plus 10% bonus damage on the first shot out the clip. Maxed, I cannot remember. We do have a max one somewhere. It's just finding it. I do like the looks of the new mod system. Plus 40% damage, but it's only on the first round, so that on the vectors would actually go really well, because you're basically getting 40% plus damage. But for this, we just had to fit an empty one. We put cryo rounds in to turn this to magnetic damage, because it's an electrical damage weapon. And then it got weird, because even with the magnetic on, it wasn't dealing magnetic damage all the time. And being an electrical weapon, I thought the status would be set to, even though it says it was 25%, most of the time it's just set to 100% for the proc, because it's an elemental weapon. And for some reason it still did the electrical damage, but the magnetic damage wasn't coming through, even though the only damage type on it was magnetic. So what we did with this is we threw in the high voltage thermite rounds, malignant force and hammer shot to increase the status chance to 95.3%. It will go to 96 with the proper status chance mod, but this setup kind of worked a little bit better, and once I started adding them in, the magnetic was actually coming through more and more until it actually was coming through almost every round. So I've even checked on the wiki and it doesn't say whether it is 100% for the status proc or not. But with this build, it just became a lot more usable for a nice quick build. But as I say, the only downside is the charge. But unlike the Gorgon, what's it called? The Ogress. Get there eventually. And most charge weapons, to be honest, the bows are the same. You have to charge it all the way up before it will fire. This you can fire after 25% charge, which I did like. It's just, it doesn't have all the damage unless you charge it all the way up, pretty much like the bows do. You don't have to charge them all the way up, but if you charge them you get more of a punch through, because most sniper rifles will shoot straight through one enemy and straight through to the next one. So metal auger, not really that necessary, because this thing, it does a really nice amount of punch through. It was actually, we read it on the wiki, update 11 point something, it actually got a buff to that, so it does more. But when this came out, it was favoured to be the best crit weapon in the game, but that didn't last long, because that was changed pretty quickly, and I think that's about the same time the Soma came out, is when I heard that. And the Soma became the daddy of all crits. But anyway, I'm not really sure if the status effect matters much on this. I'm just going by, while using it, what I saw was it didn't start doing the magnetic damage until I started increasing the status chance. But we'll leave this off here for now anyway. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.